Hello everyone, Dr. Pratha this side. I've done my MBBS from Lady Hardinge Medical College, New Delhi. I secured a rank of 500 in Neet PG and a rank of 504 in INI. So the time ahead of you is really crucial. It is the time, even if you start fresh right now at this point, I am pretty sure you are getting the branch of your choice in your desired institute in the coming exams. So the question now is how to plan smartly and what strategy should one have for the coming exams. Firstly, for anyone who is preparing and anyone who wants to get a seat, the key most important thing right now what you should do is identify your mistakes. That is the single most important thing, because for a person who has appeared for NEET PG 2024, INI May, INI November this year, you need to understand that you know a lot of things. You are not at a baseline level. You need to identify what is wrong, that you are not able to get a very good rank. So here I would say, revisit these papers, revisit your recent GTs, identify the problem. Is it in recall? Is it in apprehension that you carry on to the day of the exam? Is it simply that you are not able to apply your knowledge well and then act accordingly? The other thing I feel, for a person who has a very less hectic job or, is kind of not working and sitting at home and planning to study for the next 6 and 7 months, how your schedule should look like. So you should plan one proper big cycle that extends from December till January, which is a 60-61 day cycle. Then from Feb till the middle of March, you can have a 45-day around cycle. And then from March till 15th of April, you could have a 30-day cycle. And then starting from April till the exam, you could have a rapid revision sort of cycle. And had I been in your place, in the last 1 month, I would have done 2 revisions. So that is how you should divide your timeline. But what should you do in this timeline? So I would suggest in the 60-day, 45-day and a 30-day cycle, you should first every day start with a subject-wise test for each and every subject. That is very important. Don't start with main notes, rather start with a test, because you need to know what you remember and what you don't remember before jumping onto the main notes and revisiting and rereading the same things every time. Then you should revisit the BTR. Please, now you have ample amount of time, go for active recall. The third thing I would say is, after doing BTR, you have to go through main notes now. You can't simply take up an RR 6 months before the exam. The problem with taking up an RR 6 months before the exam is that you forget the concept. That is very important, because nobody is going to pick up straight up questions or lines from rapid revisions or BTR. Your concept is going to come to your rescue that day. So main notes without fail you have to do. Then I am suggesting that you should probably squeeze in a GT every 6 to 7 days, or maximum to maximum in every 10 days. You need to revise every GT properly. You need to understand what is going wrong with you, because you can't say that I started with 140 corrects and after 2 months I am still at 140 corrects. That is not the right strategy. You need to climb the ladder. You need to climb the ladder of scores, even if it's slow and steady, but you have to grow and you have to improve. My fifth advice would be, if you feel sometimes that this topic is really weak, and I have read BTR, I have read rapid revision, I have read main notes, but still I don't know why the hell I'm not getting this right. 2 things can be done about this. Firstly, you should either go back to the video of that topic, or what I used to do was, I used to pick up the book we used to have in our MBBS for that topic, and I used to read that topic from that book, because sometimes you tend to not identify the concept there, and that is why you're not getting it right. Also, what you could do is visit Q banks of these topics. Also, I would like to say, now you have ample amount of time. Please be, harsh with your Q banks. Complete them. Try to solve as many questions as you can every day. At least target 150, 100 questions daily. I understand that you get tired and you are already exhausted. But you just think of it like you have the next 6 months, you are preparing, and then you'll be done with it. Just think about it in that way. Also, I would suggest that try and concise your main notes onto the BTR, onto the rapid revision right now. Add the concepts which are missing, add the PYQs which you are missing, and also stick to one thing, but do it properly, right? Don't try and hover and complete all the resources on this planet. You don't need to do that. You simply need to stick with your resource and be honest with it, right? So for the people who are right now busy with their internships and they're quite hectic, you have busy duties and you are not getting more than 3 to 4 hours to study every day. Firstly, it is possible for you guys to crack both the exam in the first attempt. I did it. I see so many people doing it as well. So for you, I suggest December, Jan, Feb, 90 days you should aim on completing at least one cycle. Of course, you must have done something up till now as well. But try and squeeze in everything you did till now into the next 90 days. And even if you're starting fresh, then in next 90 days, you should target and complete this TNDs or subject-wise test, PTR, main notes, GTs, going through the videos of the topics you are weak at, and question banks, at least targeting 50 to 100 questions daily. See, this you have to do in 90 days. And then when March starts, till the middle of April, which is like 45 days, you have to go through all of this again. So probably you are losing on to one cycle as compared to the people who are sitting in their home or who are out of their internships. But you need to realize, what do you gain when you attend hospital? You gain common sense. You gain acumen. You gain, okay, this patient has been managed like this. A lot of times when you see a particular case in the hospital, you simply would never require reading that topic from your notes. I can guarantee that. I have done it. And the question from the hospital awareness, I can still get it right. But maybe the question which I am rote learning from the notes, I can forget and get it wrong. So I would suggest for interns, you have to give GTs now very regularly. You have to complete your main notes ki reading. You have to do BTR. You have to always start with a subject-wise test to know your weaknesses, to know your strengths. You have to be smart with your effort. You can't, go about trying each and everything out. You have to be diligent with whatever you do. So one last thing, I would suggest for everybody who is working, not working, that in a day, of course, studying has to be a very important part of your day. You can't deny that. But try and go out for a walk. Try and relax your mind some days. You are not a robot. You need to, rest your brain cells as well. So try and take a break for 30 to 40 minutes each and every day. Talk to your friends, go out, meet people over the weekends, and don't feel that this preparation phase is like the end of your life. This is a process which everybody is going through and everybody has gone through. You are not alone trying again. You are not alone giving the exam for the first time. So don't worry at all. I'm pretty sure if you plan the coming months smartly, this exam will be a cakewalk for you. You will do really, really well. And everybody who is sincere will be done with it this time, I'm sure. So all the best.